What's our team like now?
Let me show you what my team is looking like real quick before I do this, because I'm gonna be here all fucking day doing this shit. It takes that long. Last night I was cashing in on those event cards from, I think I started at 11 p.m. and I wasn't done till about 5:30 a.m. That's how long that shit takes. But I got done with all of my cards. I broke all of them down and I cashed in on all of them. Turned them all into sneakers and turbos. But this is my lineup, and I'm real happy with this lineup. The only thing I'm gonna change about this lineup is when they drop the 100 overall Tim Duncan for level 40. I'm gonna replace this David Robinson here with 100 Timmy, and the only other change I might make is I might get Dark Matter King James. That's the only change I'm gonna make to this team. The rest of this lineup is beautiful. My bench is fully stacked. Off my bench, I got D Wade, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum, Sean Kemp, the Joker. I got Donovan Mitchell, Michael Jordan, and Brandon Roy just in my reserves and off my bench. But my starting lineup is beautiful. The only thing I want to do different is just turn this LeBron James into a Dark Matter King James and replace this David Robinson with 100 overall Tim Duncan. Those are the only changes I'm gonna make. But this team is stacked. This is a beautiful lineup. But besides that, I'm gonna cash in on all of the sneakers and boosts that I got. I turned 5 100 overall event cards into nothing but sneakers and boost. And I'm going to cash in on all of that. I think I'm going to make about 1.2 million. When I started, I was at 9.6 million MT and I'm now at 10.1 million MT. So I've made a lot of MT already. I've already made about 700,000 MT just off of sneakers and boost. It was the best thing ever. It was the smartest thing I ever did with my event cards. That's what I recommend everyone doing with their event cards is just cashing them in. Because all of the stuff in the exchange, you need a lot of event cards to get anything out of the exchange. And most of the stuff in the exchange isn't that good. And most of the stuff in the exchange is really RNG. You know, you're going to trade in your event cards for a random dark matter premium pack when you could just cash in on those event cards and go buy the dark matter that you want out of the auction house. You know, I don't recommend any of the stuff that was in the exchange. I recommend you taking your cards right now at this last minute and cash in on them. The stuff in the exchange to me was like a huge bust. I've got 200 pages of sneakers. Do you know how much MT I'm going to make off of just the sneakers alone? It's fucking amazing how much I've been making. Every pair of sneakers worth 300 MT. I've got like 200 pages of them. So I'm about to rack up some MT. I think it was the best thing you could have done with your event cards. I don't know how 2K let that slip by them. And really, I can't believe that people thought of that because I would have never thought of that on my own. You know, if I didn't hear about the MT method from like Gaming Dad and other people, I would have just taken my event cards and I would have traded them in for, you know, a Dark Matter premium pack. I would have ended up with Jalen Brunson. But instead now I'm going to end up with about 1.2 million MT from this. I just got to do it. I just got to get it done and get through it. It's very tedious. It's very boring. And I can't stand doing it, but it has to be done. Yeah. I don't know why everyone didn't do this method. It was the smartest thing you could have done with your event cards. Was turn it into MT and then just go buy the player that you actually wanted from the auction house. Everything else in the exchange is just a bunch of RNG. You know, it's just some random fucking shit. You're not even guaranteed anything good or the player that you want. So I thought to myself, how can I get the player that I want? I want King James. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do this MT method. It took me 3 days And I was doing it for about 6 to 8 hours a day, just turning the event cards, breaking them down into amethyst cards, and then taking those amethyst cards and purchasing the sneaker and takeover boost. I was doing that for 3 days straight for about 8 hours a day. That's how long it fucking took. And I'm still not done. This is the 4th day of me doing this shit. I'm guessing it's going to take me at least another 2 days of doing this before I collect all the MT. But once I'm done, it's going to add up to a pretty penny. And I've been keeping one of each sneakers. One of each pair. I figured why not? I do like having a nice, healthy sneaker collection. I like having options. But I'm real curious to see how much MT I'm going to end up with. I'm guessing it's going to be about 1.2 to 1.5 million. Just off of the event cards. I just wonder how much longer this is going to take me because I've been at this for 3 days now. About 3.5 days, actually. And it's been taking forever to get this done. I don't recommend for anyone attempting this because it's really boring and tedious, and you're literally just staring at this fucking screen doing the same shit over and over. You're going to be at it for about 3 days. That's how long it takes to cash in on all of this. I've already been doing it for 3 days and I'm not even halfway done. But I've already made 700,000 MT. I cashed in on 5.5 100 overall event cards. I think it was the smartest thing I could have done with those event cards. I guarantee you for Easter, they're not going to let us do this. I guarantee you for Easter, they're going to fix this little glitch. And they're going to make sure that you're going to have to do something with your event card out of the exchange. They're not going to let you exchange the Easter event cards for sneakers and Turbo Boost next year. Boost next season. I'm sure they're going to get rid of that. But I still say this was a huge W. This event was huge. LBJ, I keep hearing that season 6 is gonna be 100 overall Tim Duncan. I keep hearing that at level 37 there's gonna be a premium option pack, a dark matter premium option pack. I keep hearing there's gonna be a dark matter John Wall available in the Hall of Fame pass. And what else is available? And then at level 15, regular dark matter premium pack. So season 6 is looking pretty good to me from what I hear. I just don't know if anything's been confirmed yet.
I can't believe that free Luca.
But if they're gonna be giving away so much, like so many dark matters and a 100 overall for level 40, season 6 is looking pretty damn good. I'm excited. I gotta admit, I'm excited about season 6. I'm excited about that level 40, 100 overall Tim Duncan because I need a center. I'm gonna pair him up with Kevin Garnett. Yo, what's up, Andy? Oh, I gotta check out the playbook. I haven't checked it out yet. A lot of people are looking forward to that free Luca. I hope that they make that free Luca somewhat decent. I hope it's like a pink diamond or a galaxy opal Luca because a lot of people want to play with Luca now, and I hope they make that free Luca card decent because that free Victor Wembanyama they gave out last season, that card was only good for salary cap. That card was pure trash. So I hope this season, with season 6, I hope the free Luca is a lot better. I wouldn't mind using a free Luca for salary cap or something. But like I said, so far I made 700,000 off of this MT method, and I can't wait to see how much I end up with. I have at least 200 pages to go, and I've already made 700,000. And I'm trying to keep one of each sneaker, one pair of each sneaker. Because this is going to add up to a ton of MT. It's just really boring and really tedious, and it's not for the faint of heart. I don't recommend for everyone to do this because this was not easy. I've been here for 3.5 days now, and each time I do this, I'm sitting here for like 6 to 8 hours a night just fucking redeeming shit. It's probably the least fun I've ever had with the game. Oh, that's not bad if it's a 95 to an Evo. That's not a bad card then. This season for salary cap, I'm going to see if I could fit in any pink diamonds on my team, and I'll probably try to see if I could fit that pink diamond Luka into my salary cap lineup. Last season, I ran with a starting 5 of diamonds and 2 diamonds off the bench for my salary cap team. But I noticed a lot of people in salary cap were running pink diamonds or like 1 opal on their team. So I want to see this season if I can get away with that, running a pink diamond or an opal on a salary cap team. But this season was the most fun I had with the game, and it was really due to salary cap. I played a lot of salary cap this season, and I had the most fun with it this year. That was the most fun I've had all year, was grinding salary cap for that free dark matter. And let me tell you, salary cap, not only was it the funnest mode last season for me, but it was the most rewarding. You got a free dark matter out of it, and I think that was pretty damn cool. If you wanted to get a free dark matter out of Showdown and you needed 200 wins, and if you wanted a free dark matter from the park, it took 400 wins. To get that free dark matter from salary cap, it took about 60 easy wins. It was really fun getting that dark matter from salary cap. I got the Joker from it, and he turned out to be a really good card. So I hope next season salary cap is giving out good rewards again, and I hope next season salary cap is going to be just as fun, especially if they're giving out good rewards again. Next season, I want to make sure I play a little bit of everything. I want to play a little bit of salary cap. I want to make sure I get 2,500 points every round in salary cap. I want to play a lot of park. I want to play a lot more park this season. And I want to play, I want to at least get 60 wins in Showdown like I always do. That's always my goal, is to get to 60 wins.
Yo.
I don't really care much about getting to 120 wins because the prizes in Showdown really suck ass. They suck ass every week, and they suck ass at 15 wins, 60 wins, 120 wins, 200 wins. It doesn't really matter. You're not getting really any good prizes out of Showdown. Yo, what's up, Jacob? Good to see you, my dude. I'm just here cashing in on all of these fucking sneakers and takeover boost. I've got 200 pages of sneakers and takeover boost to redeem. I've only done about I don't know how many pages I've done, but I've made 700,000 MT thus far. And I think I'm gonna finish with maybe close to 2 million from doing this MT method. It was the best thing I could have done with my event cards, was cash in on them. But I've got pages upon pages to do, and it's going to take me forever. And I didn't want to do it alone because it's been pretty damn boring doing this shit. I've been doing this shit now for 3.5 days, and each day I'm sitting here for about 6 to 8 hours a day doing this shit. And it was really boring, really tedious, but I have to get it done. I kept telling myself, once I get this done, it's going to equal a free Dark Matter King James. This is going to get me a free Dark Matter King James once I redeem all of these sneakers and takeover. It's just going to take me a couple of days. I've already been at it for 3.5 days. It's really boring. I haven't even played the game itself in 3.5 days. I've just been doing this shit. It's really fucking annoying. But once I'm done, I should have an easy 2 mil. It's probably like one of the most difficult things I've ever done as a gamer, was just sit here and break down all of those event cards to amethyst cards, and then break down those amethyst cards into sneakers and takeover boost. It's probably been one of the most challenging things I've ever done as a gamer, because it's very boring and tedious and time consuming. I never knew it was going to take this long. If you didn't start doing this about 3 or 4 days ago, I don't know how you're going to fucking redeem all of these sneakers and takeovers. It takes that long. You can't start doing this today and on the last day. You should have started doing this like about 4 to 5 days ago. That's how long it takes to get it done. I know there's a lot of people out there. They're like, oh, I'm going to wait until tomorrow and get it done tomorrow. You are not getting this done in one day. This breakdown system does not take a day. It takes like 4 or 5 days to break everything down. I've got 200 pages of sneakers and takeover boosts. Do you think that's going to take one day to redeem? No, it's going to take forever. So if you didn't start this like 2 or 3 days ago, at least, I feel sorry for you. You're going to have to pull like an all-nighter of doing this shit. Now, if you want to sit here and do this for 24 hours straight, you can get all of this done in one day, but it would require you doing this for 24 hours straight. That's how long it takes. I want to say it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours, at the very least 3 hours, to break down each 100 overall event card. I had 5.5 of them to break down. It took forever. So if you're trying to break down a 100 overall event card, you got to start today, especially if you got a lot of them. I had 5.5 of them to break down. It took forever. But I didn't want to use my event cards on that Dark Matter Premium Pack because when I used my first, when I did the first 99 Dark Matter Premium Pack, it spit me out a duplicate Jason Tatum. So I was like, hold up, with these last 5.5 100 overall event cards, I don't want to just give it to 2K for a random chance of at whatever Dark Matter. I said, I want to guarantee myself a good Dark Matter. And that's when I chose to do this really long and extremely boring and tedious method. The MT method is the craziest challenge you'll ever take on. This is the most difficult thing I've ever done as a gamer, just sitting here and doing this over and over. My thumb hurts from it. My thumb really does hurt from it. It is not fun. And I'm sure that sound is going to be stuck in my head for days. But it's worth it because so far I've made 700,000 from it. When I first started, I was at 9.6 million MT. I'm now at 10.2 million MT. So I've made a lot of MT already, and I'm not even halfway done. There's like 200 something pages of sneakers that I got to go through. But I can't wait until 4 o'clock because at 4 o'clock, we're going to get the Thursday leaks and we're going to find out what new 100 overall player drops this Friday besides Tim Duncan. The pacing for this game this year is off the charts. I can't believe that on Friday, we're going to get 2 more new 100 overall cards. And I'm pretty sure by the end of this season, we're going to get some GOAT cards. That's what I'm saving this MT for. This is why I'm going through all of this trouble. Or I wouldn't be doing this. Yo, what up, Dylan? How's it going, my dude? Yeah, this is gonna take forever, and I just didn't want to do it by myself because last night I did it by myself. I must have fell asleep in front of the TV like 3 different times. I was up until about 5:30 in the morning doing this shit by myself, and it was extremely boring as fuck. And I said I'm just gonna stream it and show people how much MT you can make off of this MT method. And also, I'm really excited about the leaks, coming out at 4 p.m. I really can't wait to see what player we're gonna get this Friday. I'm guessing it's gonna be 100 overall Ja Morant. That's who I'm guessing it's gonna be.
Just living the dream, brother. Lol, doing the same as you, quick selling shoes.
Dylan, let me ask you, what kind of cards did you cash in on? What kind of event cards did you cash in on? Because I cashed in on 5.5 100 overall event cards. And the process of breaking those cards down into amethyst form and then taking those amethyst cards and exchanging them for sneakers and takeover boost and then popping those packs open. I've been doing this for 3.5 days now. I've been at it for 3.5 days now, and I've been doing it for like 5-6 hours a night, if not even longer. I think I've been averaging like 8 hours a night of this shit. And it's really boring and tedious. I can't wait to see how much MT I'm going to end up with. I can't wait to get a free Dark Matter King James out of the exchange, because that's what I'm going to do with all of this extra MT that I'm making. As long as I don't go below 10 million MT, I'm good. I'm going to be really good when those GOAT cards come out and I have 10 mil MT just sitting, chilling around with me. But that's what I'm doing. And that's my plan, is to get a free King James out of this. And then the rest of the MT that I have, the remaining 10 million MT that I'm going to have, I'm not going to spend a dime of that until those GOAT cards drop. I love the 100 cards that they're dropping, but I'm not going to chase after them, and I'm not going to have 2K finesse me out of all of my MT that I've been saving up towards the GOAT cards. They're not going to finesse me out of the MT just because they're dropping a bunch of sexy 100 cards. I'm just going to wait patiently until those GOAT cards come out. That was really smart of you, Dylan. Yeah, the best thing you could have done is just grind out those events that you were able to grind out, get those free event cards, and then just turn those event cards into amethyst cards, and then purchase, as much sneaker and takeover boost as you can, and turn those sneakers and takeover boost into free MT. This is the only time that this company is going to give you free MT like this. I'm surprised they even fucking did this for us, or they let this slide. Because you're going to make 300 MT off of every pair of diamond sneakers, and I've got 200 pages of them to go. Think about how much MT that's going to turn into. That's going to equal a lot of MT. I've already made 700,000 from it. So I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm pretty happy that I chose to go with the MT method instead of just giving my event cards away into the exchange for nothing. But it's pretty tedious, pretty boring. But I am looking forward to the new start of season 6. I'm really looking forward to that 100 overall Tim Duncan with the Patty Mill base. That's gonna be fucking elite. And I'm looking forward to all of those Dark Matter packs that they're gonna give us in the Hall of Fame pass. And I'm also looking forward to this Friday's drop. I want to see what new card they're gonna give us. For some reason, I keep thinking that this Friday they're going to give us 100 overall Ja Morant. That's who I think is coming. But they need to give us more bigs. We need some more bigs out here. I would like to see a 100 overall Anthony Davis sometime soon. Or a 100 overall Mutombo would be nice.
Wilt, maybe.
You think it's going to be Wilt? I would like to see a really good Wilt card. I really did enjoy the Diamond Wilt Chamberlain. I didn't fuck around with the Galaxy Opal Wilt, but I heard people say really good things about that Galaxy Opal Wilt, that he would just eat up rebounds. But the Diamond Wilt was really good, and that's a really good salary cap card, is that Diamond Wilt. If you could fit him underneath the salary, he's really good for salary cap. He dominates in salary cap, actually. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's Wilt Chamberlain this Friday. I don't know if that's going to excite the masses, but it's going to be a solid card if it's Wilt. I think 2K needs to stop giving us so many point guards and shooting guards, and they need to put out some bigs for sure, for real. They've given us way too many point guards and shooting guards for Season 5. But this MT method has got to be the most tedious thing I've ever done. As a gamer, I've done a lot of crazy shit for free stuff, but this has got to be the most
Maybe Edwards too,
difficult
added
thing I've
in
ever
third
done for
place.
just some free MT. Oh my God, I would love to see Ja. Ja would be a really good one. I'm a huge Ja Morant fan, so if they drop a 100 overall Ja this Friday, I'd be excited about that. We'll find out in about 20 minutes. They're going to drop the Thursday leaks, and we'll find out what's going to be coming out this Friday. I'll talk about it. I'll check Twitter. And just to let you guys know, I am keeping one pair of each sneakers because I do like a lot of these sneakers. Matter of fact, I love all of these sneakers. All of these sneakers are really cool looking. So I'm going to keep at least one pair of each. I don't think that's going to hurt how much MT I make at the end. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference because there is like 200 pages that I have to cash in on. And I'm almost at 1.3 million. When I started, I was at 9.6. So I've come a long way thus far. But I don't even think I'm halfway done, to be honest. And I figured, why not do at least like 2 hours of this before I go to work? And then when I come home from work, I'll be back at it again. But tonight when I come home from work, I do want to complete like any sort of like agendas or challenges that I have left to do. I want to tie things up. I want to see what challenges I have left to do, if I can get anything good from them. This season, I spent a lot of time doing all the challenges and agendas for each week, and I've opened up a lot of free packs. I want to say this season, I've opened up about 150 free packs, and from 150 free packs, I want to say the best card I got was a Galaxy Opal Steve Francis and a Diamond Tyreek Evans. So next season, I'm not going to be wasting any time completing agendas and like weekly challenges because I never get anything good from them. I never get any good prizes from them. So next season, I'm going to be doing a lot of showdown and a lot of park and some salary cap if they're offering any good rewards like they did last season. Salary cap last season for season 5, salary cap was the wave. If you grinded out salary cap for season 5, you guaranteed yourself a free dark matter and a free Galaxy Opal and a couple of free diamonds each week. I would get at least 2 to 3 free diamonds each week, and if I didn't like them, they'd go into the exchange for a badge. But salary cap was the way to go for season 5. It was the funnest mode out there. Oh my God, Dylan, you're a beast, my dude. For me, the breakout board has got to be like, I think breakout is like even more boring than domination. I could at least tolerate domination. I could put up with it. I cannot deal with the breakout board. I get really bored of the breakout board. I could never, ever do 500 wins of the breakout board. And for people that think like, hey, the breakout board is for casuals and that it's real easy, no. The breakout board gets more and more difficult as you progress on that board. You know, as you warp to the next level, it gets more and more difficult. It is not an easy challenge. You know, the computer really does step it up on the breakout board as you progress further and further into the levels. So the breakout board is not for the faint of heart either. You know, it gets pretty sweaty once you level up, especially if you're not playing on rookie. I have lost on the breakout board plenty of times. I don't even mess with it. It gets me bored as fuck. I hate playing the computer. The only time I could tolerate playing the computer is just domination. But you can make a lot of MT playing the breakout board. You do make a pretty penny if you play the breakout board and you grind it out. But if you can tolerate the breakout board, like I said, you're going to make a lot of MT and you're going to get a lot of free packs. And if you get really lucky playing the breakout board, you might even see a dark matter, pop up on your board if you take the right portal. Especially if you advance far enough, you might eventually see a dark matter on your board, on your level. I have never played the breakout board long enough to get anything good from it. I'll get a bunch of free packs from the breakout board, but nothing good ever comes of it. That's why I just stick to domination because, You could also make a bunch of MT off of domination. People don't realize, but for every 15 games of domination, you're guaranteed to make 25,000 MT. So if you make 25,000 MT a week off of domination, and then you go win 7 games of showdown every single week, you can make about 45 to 50,000 MT per week just grinding out those 2 modes and just winning in those 2 modes. I make 50,000 a week from just winning 15 domination games and 7 showdown games. You can make 50,000 MT a week easily like that. People are always like, "Oh, how did you get 10 million MT?" From grinding the fucking game. You know, it's not easy to make that kind of MT, but you know, that's what needs to be done if you want to get the players you want out of the auction house. You got to really grind the shit out of this game. You got to grind this game like she's the finest stripper on stage. That's how much grinding you have to do. It's hard, it's difficult, but it's what needs to be done. So I've just been doing this now for like 3 days straight, 3.5 days of this shit. Every day I'm here for like 6 to 8 hours doing this shit. But like I said, thus far I've already made about 800,000 MT. So I'm not going to complain. Free MT is, if it's free MT, it is for me, like Carlos says. And guys, Carlos is actually a really cool dude, and he's actually really good in this game, especially at Park. I've actually ran Park with him. He's elite at Park. And he's also elite in Showdown. I have never played him in Showdown because I don't want that smoke. But he's a really good Park player to team up with. And he's always streaming on Twitch. But I can't wait till I'm done with this shit. And I can't wait to see how much MT I make off of this total. I'm guessing about 2 million I'm going to make. Because I am cashing in on 5 100 overall event cards. I don't think anyone took 5 100 overall event cards and turned it all into MT. I don't think anyone was smart enough to do that. I wish everyone in the community was smart enough to do this. But I have a bad feeling that a lot of people took their event cards and just wasted it at whatever was being offered in the exchange, and most of that stuff was trash. And the stuff that wasn't trash, like the Dark Matter premium packs, that was all left to RNG. You know, you're not going to guarantee. It's not like that. It was a Dark Matter option pack. You're just going to get some random Dark Matter that you didn't want, and it's not going to be something that you like or need. And it's going to be a waste of your event cards. So I decided to take my event cards and turn it into MT, and I'm just going to go get exactly what I want out of the auction house. But I can't wait for Season 6 to start. I am so done with Season 5. I got everything I could have completed. I've got it all done. There might be a few loose ends that I need to tie up tonight, but I'm pretty much done with every single agenda and challenge. I played a ton of Park games. I played a ton of salary cap games last season. So I'm ready for the new season to start up. But I'm going to just sit here and do this before I go to work. I don't have to be at work until 5:30. So I figured, hey, let me do 2.5 hours of this before I go to work and see how much of this I could chip away at. Because that's what you got to do when you're going to redeem these sneakers. You can't get it all done in one day. It would take you the whole entire day. You just got to chip away at it little by little. That's how long it's going to take you. Last night I was here for 6 hours doing this, and I didn't even put a dent in it. It's going to be hard to put a dent in this because there's like over 200 pages of stuff that I need to redeem. But can you imagine how much MT that's going to be when each diamond sneaker is worth 300 MT? But I'm going to take a break around 4 o'clock to see what are the Thursday leaks, and I'll report it back to you guys because I'm really excited about the Thursday leaks. Hey guys, what did you do with your event cards? Did you guys cash in on them, or did you guys get anything good out of the exchange? As far as the Dark Matters go, I thought the best Dark Matter that was available was Jerry Stackhouse. I thought that card was looking really good. And They were just asking for a reasonable amount of event cards to get that card. I thought that card was looking really good. The 100 cards were looking really good also, but you needed a ton of event cards to get them. I'm talking about like $1,000 to $2,000 worth of event cards just to get one of those 100 overalls out of the exchange. And I wasn't going to spend that kind of money to get Blake Griffin or Carmelo Anthony. I didn't think they were worth it. And I thought the premium packs were worth it from the exchange. But again, that premium pack is just, you're giving all of your event cards up for some RNG prize. You're not going to get the card that you wanted exactly. So I thought this was the best thing you could do with your MT. Yo, what's up, Nolan? Oh, Nolan, I'll show you my team real quick, Nolan. Since you're wondering about my team, it's an elite lineup. That's my team, Nolan. I got Dark Matter SGA, Dark Matter Dr. J. I'm gonna upgrade this Galaxy Opal King James to a Dark Matter King James. I got Dark Matter Kevin Garnett. I'm gonna upgrade that Galaxy Opal David Robinson to the 100 overall Tim Duncan tomorrow. I got Dark Matter D Wade, Dark Matter Kawhi, Dark Matter Tatum, Dark Matter Sean Kemp, Dark Matter Joker off my bench. And then in my reserves, I have Dark Matter Donovan Mitchell, Dark Matter Michael Jordan, and Dark Matter B-Roy. So that's what my team is looking like, my dude. I appreciate that. But I'm stacking my MT for the GOAT cards. I'm going to kind of skip over the 100s because I think that's just basically a scam, a way for 2K to get your MT before the really good cards come out, before the end game cards come out. So before the end game cards come out, they're going to drop these sexy ass 100 overall cards. They're going to get all of your MT. And then in about 3 weeks from now, they're going to drop the GOAT cards, which are going to blow your mind away, but you're not going to have any MT left. So I'm just stacking my MT, and I'm just waiting for those GOAT cards to drop. They're going to come in Season 6, I guarantee it. 2K drops a new tier every season. They're so easy to predict. So I'm just going to continue stacking up. It's a really tedious and boring, and it's a lot of work, but it's what I got to do to collect MT this year. They made MT so rare, so scarce, so hard to come by this year. Us, the 2K community, we have to do shit like this just to collect and make some MT. It's really, really sad. Dizzy says, I got Stackhouse, a 97 plus option pack, 2 97 plus premium, 5 super packs, and the MT method. Dizzy, I don't want to say that you wasted your MT because you did get Jerry Stackhouse, and I did think Jerry Stackhouse was the best available dark matter from the exchange. I thought that was besides Edie, of course, but Edie was, really expensive. But the dark matter that was reasonable, reasonable price, and the best one for your money, the best one for your event cards, I thought was Jerry Stackhouse. Now, did you get anything good out of any of those 97 premium packs? That's what I'm wondering. Did you get anything good from those premium packs? And did you get anything good from those 5 super packs? Because I was really wondering about those super packs also. But I think the best thing you could have done with your MT, with your event cards, was exchange it in for those sneakers and takeover boost packs and exchange it for MT. I think that's the best thing you could have done, because then you could have just gone to the auction house and gotten the card that you wanted, that you actually wanted yourself. I would have not, wasted my event cards on anything in the exchange. I wasted 5 100 overall event cards on 1 Dark Matter premium pack, and I ended up getting a duplicate Jason Tatum. That's when I said, hey, I'm not going to waste the other 5 on some RNG prize. Because that's what all of those prizes were. They were a bunch of RNG. I'd rather do this, which is very tedious, very, takes a long ass time. It's very boring. But at least this way, I'm going to get the dark matter that I want from the auction house with this MT. And I'm going to make the most use of those event cards. That is true. Nolan does have a fact over. He is speaking facts. B-Roy is a really good card, and all you had to do was get to level 40. And I'm sure that B-Roy is just as good as Jerry Stackhouse, if not better, because level 40 Brandon Roy turned out to be one of the best Dark Matters from season 5. That card was elite. That card is still on my team, and it's gonna be on my team throughout all of season 6. That's how good that card is. That card is better than Brandon Roy is better than Dark Matter Michael Jordan. That's how good he was. So you really didn't need to waste your event cards on Jerry Stackhouse if you had Brandon Roy already. That's why I'm trying to say that the best thing you could have done with your event cards was turn it into sneaker and takeover boost and turn that into MT and get the actual player that you wanted from the auction house. You know, I want King James, and I'm not going to leave that up to 2K to give me Dark Matter King James. I'm going to just take all of this MT and I'm going to go buy him. But they are going to make you earn it. By doing this MT method, they are going to make you earn this MT. It's like a fucking real job. I've been here now for 3.5 days, 8 hours a night doing this shit, and I'm not even halfway done. Nolan, everyone's going to have a good center as soon as season 6 starts. They're going to give 100 overall Tim Duncan away as the level 40 reward. It's guaranteed everyone's going to have a good center or a good power forward. I'm going to run Tim Duncan at my center position because I need a center. The only time I'm going to be willing to spend any of my MT is if they drop center Victor Wembanyama, Dark Matter Wemby. I'll be willing to spend my MT then. But until then, I'm just going to take whatever free cards are available, and that's what I'm going to run with. Until they drop the GOAT cards, and that's when I'll start spending this MT that I'm stacking up.
Duncan at center is gonna be mid.
No, you're right, Nolan. At this point of the game, it doesn't matter what you run. It's all about preference. So let's say if your favorite player is Donovan Mitchell, but someone else prefers running with Dark Matter SGA. There's really not much of a difference because all of the cards are so OP. It's all about preference at this point and who you actually want to run with, which players you actually like playing with. And at this stage of the game, I want to run with the players that I actually like in real life. I want to play with the players that I actually like in real life. That's what I enjoy doing with this game. I enjoy building up a team of players that I actually like in real life, players that, you know, were some of my favorite players of all time growing up as a kid. You know, that's why as bad as Dark Matter Michael Jordan is, he's always going to have a spot on my team just because he's my all-time favorite player. And that's what I recommend for everyone to do. I don't recommend for you to chase down the best card every single week or the new hotness of the week. Just chase down the players that you actually love and that you actually want to play with, that are your favorite players. You know, don't go and run Pink Diamond Luka if you don't even like Luka or the way he plays defense. Go run the players that you actually want to run and that bring you joy. And that's what I do. I enjoy running with the players I have on my team, and that's who I'm running with. I'm not going to chase down all of these 100s that are like 4 million MT per card. I'm just not going to spend my MT so stupidly. Nolan, you think Duncan's going to be mid? Yeah, Wemby does dominate, but I don't want to spend 1 million MT to get a Galaxy Opal Wemby, and then they drop a Dark Matter or a 100 overall Wemby in Season 6. I would rather get the next Wemby that's coming out, and I think the next Wemby that's coming out is going to be a Dark Matter Wemby. 2K isn't going to miss the opportunity of making money off of Wemby in each and every single tier. So I can guarantee you that we're going to see a Dark Matter Wemby coming out soon, and that's when I'll spend the money to get him. I'm not going to get Galaxy Opal Wemby that he's already like 6 weeks old and he's still like 1 million MT, and then boom, here comes out the new Dark Matter Wemby. That's the only card that I'm willing to chase down this season is Wemby and sometimes King James. Those are my two favorite cards this season. this year. Also, I feel like Dark Matter Dr. J is always is a must-have. Dark Matter Michael Jordan is one of the worst cards all year. That's how bad that card is. I only have him on the team because I love Michael Jordan as a player, as a person. If he wasn't my all-time favorite player, I wouldn't even have that card on my team. That's how bad the card is. The card stinks. Like I said, Dark Matter Brandon Roy is better than Dark Matter Michael Jordan. But for me, it's all about running with the players that I actually love in real life. Like for a little bit, I was running that Pink Diamond John Starks just because I'm a huge, John Starks fan. I grew up watching him. I'm a huge fan of him, so I ran the card for a little bit. Even though it was not the best card ever. I think I ran him for about a week.
Jordan, except his shot.
That's the only thing bad about Dark Matter Michael Jordan. His defense is elite. His slash into the rim is elite. The way he posterizes and dunks on anyone and everyone in his way is elite. The way he finishes difficult layups is elite. The only thing is that when you want to shoot a three-pointer with Michael Jordan, you need to create a lot of space. You need to have a lot of time to get that shot off because it's real easy for the defense to recover on Michael Jordan. That's how slow his jump shot is. So, it's not that it's a difficult shot to time. It's a real easy jump shot to time, and it's real smooth. You just need the time to get that shot off. That's the only bad thing about Michael Jordan's release. I want to say if you have a badged out Dark Matter Michael Jordan, it's just as good as the 100 overall Michael Jordan. I'm being honest. You don't have to go spend $4 million MT. You can go get the Dark Matter Michael Jordan, badge him out, and he's just as good. Just the way the Pink Diamond Dr. J. If you badge out a Pink Diamond Dr. J, you really don't need the Dark Matter Dr. J. Your Pink Diamond Dr. J will be just as good. A badged out Pink Diamond Wemby is just as good as the Galaxy Opal Wemby. But 2K will find ways to finesse you and suck the MT out of you. And you can't let them do it to you. You got to pick and choose what you're going to do with your MT, and you got to spend your MT wisely. That's why I'm doing this MT method, because this is the only time that 2K is going to give the community a ton of free MT like this. Trust me, with the Easter event, they are not going to allow you to do this for the Easter event. We are not going to get away with this shit for Easter. This was like a glitch in the game. The fact that 2K didn't patch this up, I'm really surprised. Because so far, I've made 700,000 MT, and I don't think 2K intended for people to turn their event cards into MT. I don't think 2K thought people were going to be willing to do this all fucking day. Because like I said, I've been doing this for 3 days now, 3.5 days, 8 hours a day. It has turned into a full-time job doing this shit. I don't have enough fucking weed to help me get through this shit. That's how fucking boring and tedious this shit is. It's very time consuming. Yo, what up, Stizzo?
My Jordan has 32 Hoffs and 2 Legends.
Yo, Dizzy, I had a Dark Matter Michael Jordan because I sold him somewhere in season 4, my original Dark Matter Michael Jordan. He had all of his Hall of Fame badges, and I think I had 7 legends on him. And when I sold him, I only got like 1 million for him. I was lucky to get $1 million, and he had 7 legends on him. That card was so elite. I want to say it was as good as the 100 overall. And adding so many Hall of Fame badges and legends on him really did improve and speed up his jump shot. So if you have a Michael Jordan that has multiple legends on him, you're good. You should keep that card and run until the end of the year. That's how much of a difference those badges make on a player. They make a huge difference. Oh, I hate when I mess up and just adds more time to the process. Stizzo, this was not a free event. This event was only for people that had a bunch of MT stacked up. You couldn't even complete all of the agendas and challenges if you didn't have like 5 million MT just sitting in your bank account. I remember when I first looked at the agendas, the challenges, and the first agenda was complete this agenda with 100 overall Chris Webber. I was like, how many people do you think have like 5 million MT just laying around to go out there, buy 100 overall Chris Webber that's going to cost you 5 million MT just to get this agenda done? And then once you get that agenda done and you want to resell Chris Webber back, you're probably going to lose 400,000 or 500,000 MT on just completing that one agenda, just to do that one challenge. So I don't know what 2K was thinking. Like, they must have thought like there's a lot of people out there that have that kind of MT just sitting in their back pockets, but I wasn't going to complete those agendas and have to buy those players. And then when I go to resell them, I'm going to lose a bunch of MT just to get some agendas and challenges done, just to get the event cards. And if I had any more event cards, I would be sitting here for like a week trying to cash in on all of them. So I didn't even bother doing any of those agendas and challenges. To me, they were a waste of time and they were a big money grab. They were just trying to grab all of your MT that you have stacked up. Get out of here, Stizzo. Yo, what's good, Devin? 100 overall Penny and T-Mac tomorrow. Stizzo, that is huge. Thanks for the news. That's crazy, guys. I can't believe they're going to give us 2 100 overalls tomorrow. Penny and T-Mac. Plus, you're going to get level 40 Tim Duncan tomorrow, which is also going to be another 100. So on Friday, they're going to be dropping 3 100 overall cards, 3 new ones. That's insane. I have to admit, I'm real interested in that Penny and that T-Mac. I wouldn't mind having that Penny and that T-Mac. But again, you need about, I want to say, to get Penny and T-Mac, you're going to need about 10 million MT just to get those 2 players. And like I said, I'm not going to let 2K, I know all of these 100 cards look real sexy. They're really nice cards, but I'm not going to let 2K finesse me out of my MT right before the GOAT cards drop. So I'm just going to skip the 100 overall cards. You're not going to see me buy one 100 overall card from the auction house. I may rip packs for Penny and T-Mac, but if I do pull a 100 overall card in Season 6, I'm just going to sell it. I'm just going to sell it into the auction house and keep stacking up my MT and keep adding to it. Because the cards that I have my eyes set on, the gold that I have my eyes set on are the GOAT cards. I am not going to let 2K finesse me out of any of my MT for some numbered cards. I don't think there's much of a difference from a 100 from a Dark Matter. It's the same shit. I don't think 1 point makes that much of a difference. I have a fully stacked team of Dark Matters. I don't need to chase around any 100 cards. I'm going to run with my team until the GOAT cards drop. That's the only time I'm going to make any improvements on my team. There are some people out there running Showdown, and they're happy to just have a team full of Galaxy Opals. There aren't even that many people running a complete lineup of Dark Matters. I have a complete lineup of Dark Matters. I don't need to chase the 100s. There's not that much of a difference from those 2 tiers. Like I said, I'd rather wait until the GOATs come out, and that's when I'm going to be chasing down cards. That's when I'll be willing to spend a ton of MT, on a GOAT Michael Jordan, on a GOAT Luka, on a GOAT Wemby. But I'm not willing to spend all of my MT on just, these numbered cards. I'm done chasing numbered cards. I would be more excited about the Invincibles. Oh, I know. I'm going to be there, Devin. I'm going to be there for sure. No, you're right about that, Dizzy. All it took were for the algorithms to realize how much MT people have stacked up throughout this year. And 2K wants you to let go of that, MT. They want you to fucking spend that MT. They don't want you to continue stacking up your MT. So when the algorithms see that so many people got like so much MT stacked up, they'll come up with an event. And that event is basically to try to finesse you out of your MT before they drop really good cards. And I'm just not falling for it anymore. I remember in season 4, I had 7 million MT stacked up in season 4, and they completely finessed me out of it. I was like, it's not gonna happen the second time around. I'm not gonna spend my MT until I see the cards that I desire come out. And I'm just not feeling the 100s. I wasn't feeling them last year, and I'm not feeling them this year. I would be more excited about invincible cards dropping than 100s. You know, if 2K wants me to spend 4 million MT on a card, that card better come completely badged out. It shouldn't be missing not one fucking badge. All of its stats better be 99. And those are going to be the invincibles, and that's going to be the GOATs. Yo, J-Dub, I'm really excited for all of the players that are coming out tomorrow. I'm really excited about the Hall of Fame pass. Remember, guys, tomorrow the Hall of Fame pass is going to give you 2 Dark Matter premium packs, and one of them is going to be a Dark Matter option pack at level 37. Tomorrow, level 40 is going to be 100 overall Tim Duncan. And then for the Friday content, we're going to be getting 100 overall Penny Hardaway and 100 overall T-Mac. So yeah, I'm really excited about tomorrow's content. I can't wait for it. I've been waiting all week. That's why I'm fucking cashing in on all of this MT. I want to be ready to have a bunch of MT stacked up that I can just buy whatever the fuck I want. But I also want to have spare MT. I don't want to go below 10 million MT ever. I'm never going to go below 10 mil. It's been so much hard work to get to 10 million MT. You're never going to see me spend this MT stupidly. In this game, MT is worth more than fucking real life cash. That's how valuable MT is in this game. You need it that badly. You can't have fun in this game without fucking having a ton of MT. If you didn't have a ton of MT, this Bracket Buster event didn't even exist. This was a non-existing event if you didn't have a ton of MT stacked up. How could you enjoy this event if you needed 4 million MT just to complete some of the agendas, just to buy Chris Webber, David Robinson? To complete those agendas and challenges, you needed a bunch of MT stacked up even to do them. So I'm hoping the Easter event is way better. The Easter event needs to be free. Devin, take care, my dude. Good seeing you around, little man. Oh, that's the only time I would spend my money, my MT J-Dub. If they drop a 100 overall Kobe, I would give them all 10 million of my MT. Like, I would spend all of my MT on that one card if 100 overall Kobe came out. Kobe Bryant is my all-time favorite player. Kobe Bryant is my GOAT. And if they drop a 100 overall Kobe, or even just bring him back to the game, that's where all of my MT would go. Believe me, I'm not having Kobe in this game this year. Half the fun of this game has disappeared for me not having Kobe in it. That's how much I miss Kobe, and that's how much I love Kobe as a player. He was my all-time favorite player of all time.
What's our team like now? I just got
Oh,
out of school.
you know when 100 overall Wemby comes out, 2K is going to be getting a lot of MT from people. They're going to get everyone's MT when 100 overall Wemby comes out. But I think before they drop a 100 overall Wemby, I think they're going to drop a Dark Matter Wemby first. I think you'll see a Dark Matter Wemby before you see a 100 overall Wemby, because 2K isn't going to pass up the opportunity to make money off of Wemby in every single tier. So I don't think you're going to see a 100 overall Wemby anytime soon. I don't think you're going to see that until like season 7. But I think for sure we're going to see a Dark Matter Wemby. And I would spend 2 million MT on a Dark Matter Wemby. I think a Dark Matter Wemby would be worth about 2 mil. I would be okay with spending 2 mil on Wemby. I don't mind that. But I don't want to spend 1.2 million on a Galaxy Opal Wemby that's already 6 weeks old, kind of outdated, and we're going to be moving on to the Dark Matter Wemby sometime soon. I'm not going to spend my MT on Galaxy Opal Wemby. If anything, I would buy a pink diamond Wemby right about now because he's really cheap and affordable, and that pink diamond Wemby badged out is just as good as a Galaxy Opal Wemby. I would do that before I buy a Galaxy Opal Wemby.
100 minute ball or George Murison face without mouth.
Oh, for sure, Dizzy. For sure. I can definitely see a 100 overall Manute and a George Murison for the Easter event. The Easter event last year was so good. To me, last year in 2K24, the best event was the Easter event. This year, my favorite event was the Thanksgiving Black Friday event. I thought that event was flame. To me, that was the best one we've gotten all year. What were your guys' favorite event? I also thought the Halloween event was pretty good too. That first Halloween exchange event I thought was really good. That was the first time I ever seen an event like that. I thought that was pretty good. And guys, I'm sorry for making you sit here and watch me do all of this shit. It's just that I don't want to do it alone because it's really boring doing this shit alone. It's really tedious and it's really boring, and I don't want to do this by myself. I've been here for the last 3.5 days doing this shit for 8 hours a day, and I'm just tired of doing it by myself. This is like, I want to say, one of the most difficult things I've ever done as a gamer just to get some free MT. I've never had to do this, anything like this with any other game just to get something for free. No other game puts their community through this type of shit. But 2K has been putting us through all types of shit this year just to get some free MT. It's really disgusting. I feel like this has turned into like a full-time job. I do this before I go to work, and then I do it as soon as I get back from work, and I'm still like not even halfway done. I have 200 pages of sneakers left to redeem. I don't know how long I'm going to be here doing this. Definitely I'm going to be here until the start of Season 6 doing this shit. But I think it's worth it, especially if I can make like 2 mil off of this. It's got to be worth it if you can make 2 mil. MT is king in this game, and without MT, you can't do shit in this game. And that's the sad truth. I don't know, J-Dub. I'm a real huge fan of Penny Hardaway, and I'm a huge fan of T-Mac, so I think this Friday's content is a huge W. I think this Friday is going to be a huge dub. And we're also going to get Tim Duncan for level 40. That, to me, is a huge W. I can't complain about this Friday's content. I think that's going to be huge.
I don't like the drop. The only thing I like is now we're getting to 100 overalls every drop.
To be honest, my favorite point guards to use in this game is SGA, Penny Hardaway, and Magic Johnson. Those are my 3 favorite point guards to use in this game. So I would love to get a 100 overall Penny Hardaway. The only problem is he's going to be like 4 to 5 million MT, and I'm not going to waste that much MT on just one player ever. I think that's got to be the dumbest thing you could do, is to waste that much MT on just one single player. And I like T-Mac a lot too. The Pink Diamond T-Mac was really good. But his jump shot isn't for everyone. T-Mac's jump shot is always a little bit hitched. So as much as I love T-Mac, he doesn't always have the best release. But I do like the players. I do like the names that are coming out, you know, T-Mac and Penny Hardaway. I think that's huge. And I do think that running Tim Duncan at the center is going to be kind of tough. So that is pretty mid. But running him alongside of Kevin Garnett, I think that's going to be pretty damn fun. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run Tim Duncan as my center because that's the only position, the only spot I need to fill out. I need a starting center.
Manure ball might
Well, I'm
be
going to open
available.
some packs. I'm going to probably open up one 51 pack box tomorrow, and that's all I'm going to open up. I don't want to go too crazy every week because remember, nothing's guaranteed with those packs. You could open up a whole 51 pack box, and you might not even get a dark matter in that box. So I really don't like opening up the boxes anymore. The only boxes that I do enjoy opening this year are the Hall of Fame boxes because they guarantee that you're going to get something good out of them. Not only are you going to get, guaranteed players out of those Hall of Fame boxes, but you also get a bunch of badges and event cards and coaches. So I don't want to go too crazy with the packs each week. I'm pretty sure that for season 6, they're going to be giving us a dark matter topper, but they're probably going to be offering really whack-ass dark matters for season 6. So I'm going to probably spend about $100 a week, and I'm going to open one, the big boy. I'm going to open up 151 pack box every week. And hopefully I get a 100 this season because I have not pulled a 100 yet. I've barely pulled one dark matter this season. I pulled dark matter Scottie Pippen out of a single pack, and that's the only time I pulled a dark matter this year out of a pack. The rest of my dark matters have all came from Hall of Fame boxes, and they're all unauctionable. So it's that difficult this year to pull a good player. To pull a dark matter is still really difficult. So I don't care how many 100s they drop each week. The pack odds, the percentage of getting a 100 is still going to be less than 1% every week. And to me, that's a waste of money. If 2K wants people to spend money every week, they need to improve the pack odds. Spending $100 a week on a box that gives you less than 1% pack odds, that's pretty damn bad. You're almost guaranteeing yourself that you're not going to get anything good. And that's why I only enjoy doing the Hall of Fame boxes this year. Yeah, J-Dubs, you're right about that. You'll definitely make MT off of every box. And that's the only reason why I'm still willing to rip packs. Because I know when the GOAT cards drop, I'm going to need way more than 10 million MT to buy the cards I want if I want to get like a starting lineup of GOATs. So I am going to rip packs for season 6 every week. But it's mostly going to be to stack up MT. It's not going to be because I'm chasing down a bunch of 100 overall cards. Or it's not going to be because they're offering good dark matters in season 6. They already gave us all of the really good dark matters in season 5. Whatever cards I pull for season 6, they're basically going to go into the auction house so I could stack more MT for the Invincibles and the GOATs. But if I pull any good dark matters or any 100 overall cards, in season 6, I'm definitely going to run and use them for a couple of days. And I'll do like a player review on them and shit, but I'm not going to keep them and hold on to them. It's so hard this year to get MT. MT is so rare and scarce that anytime you have an opportunity to cash in on a stack of MT, you got to cash in on it. So it's really hard this year to hold on to any players that you really like that are worth a lot of MT because you have to cash in on them as soon as possible because that's how hard it is to come by MT this year. I always try to sell my players before they, decrease in value. I never hold on to, and the longest I've ever held on to any sellable player is maybe about 3 to 4 weeks. But after 3 weeks, you definitely want to sell your player because they always lose value in week 4. By week 4 of any season, that's when people start selling their cards because they're getting ready for super packs to come out. And nowadays, you really can't hold on to your cards because 2K drops super packs every Tuesday. So there's a market crash every fucking Tuesday. So you got to sell your card while it's hot, while it's still worth MT. Because there's a market crash every fucking Tuesday now, which makes your cards worthless. But I'll be ripping packs. Hopefully I pull a 100. Can you imagine if I pull a 100 and I could add 5 million MT to my fucking stack? That would be so nice. That would be a dream come true. I'd be fully ready for the GOAT cards. I think when the GOAT cards come out, I'm going to need at least 20 mil, 25 mil to complete a starting lineup of GOATs. I'm halfway there. Once I get done redeeming all of these sneakers, I should have 12 million MT once I'm done redeeming all of these sneakers. But it's going to take some time. Probably going to be here for a couple of more days. But I can't wait till I'm done doing this so I can start grinding Showdown. My goal for Showdown this season is I want to reach 120 wins in Showdown. The most I've ever done was 88 wins in Showdown. I would like to reach 120 for Season 6. And for salary cap this season, I want to hit 5,000 points every I want to get the main prize in salary cap this season again. But this is all I've been up to the last 3.5 days. That and just killing time, waiting for Season 6 to start and trying to find out all the leaks. But this shit is very time-consuming and very boring. But I try to get some of this done before I go to work, and then I try to get it done when I get home from work. Because the second I get done redeeming all of this MT, I'm going to have enough spare MT. I'm going to go buy Dark Matter King James. I do have Galaxy Opal King James, but I want to try the Dark Matter King James out, and I want to run with it in Showdown. I think that's going to make a huge difference for my team. I still think that running LeBron at the 3 is the best thing you can do over running. I know a lot of people like to run Giannis at the 3, but I still think it's a better idea to run King James at the 3 over Giannis, especially for offense. Giannis makes a huge difference at the 3 on defense, but on offense, especially in the half court, you're in trouble if you got Giannis at the 3. So I want to get me Dark Matter King James. I want to bring him home to his castle and sit him down on his throne. But when I first started this MT method, I had 9.6 million MT. I'm now at 10.3. So I've made a pretty penny so far. Thus far, I've made about 700,000, maybe 800,000 MT. Not too shabby. But it is taking forever to do all of this. And I swear, like, doing all of this shit gives you a huge headache. And the only thing that gets me through all of this is just smoking a lot of weed. You got to smoke a lot of weed to get all of this done. But by doing this MT method, you're definitely going to make yourself into a multi-millionaire. If you do this MT method, you should easily make 2 mil. I just wonder how much longer is this going to take me, though. Like I said, I've been at it for 3.5 days of this shit, and I just refuse to do it by myself anymore. That's how fucking boring it got. And when I do this at nighttime, I just fall asleep in front of the TV. That's how long it's been taking me.
I got 2 meter MT and I want to buy a park card. Who should I buy?
Okay, my dude, you said I got 2 million MT and I want to buy a park card. Who should I buy? I've got a ton of recommendations when it comes to park cards. First of all, I would recommend getting Galaxy Opal Wemby. I would recommend Dark Matter Chet. I would recommend King James for sure. I would recommend Galaxy Opal Paulo. Is a really good card, and he's really affordable, and he's an excellent card for the park. A really good card for the park. Trying to think who else would I run at the park. Yeah, those are my 4 main cards that I would run at the park. Wemby. Oh, Pink Diamond Dr. J is still really good at the park, or Dark Matter Dr. J. That's who I run. I also run SGA at the park. I always try to run someone that's 6'7" and up at the park. You don't want to run anyone that's smaller than 6'7" at the park, because at the park, height rolls. Height dominates at the park. So you want to run somebody that's at least 6'7" and up. You don't want to be out there running Michael Jordan or Kawhi Leonard or anyone like that that's under 6'7" at the park.
Which one is like?
But for me, I like running with bigs at the park. I like running with. I would even say you could run Dark Matter Akeem at the park. But Wemby, LeBron, Chet, Paulo, Dr. J, those are my favorite cards to run at the park. That's who I have the most luck with. If you're looking for someone to make park easier for you, then you go with King James, Paulo, Wemby. Somebody that's big and versatile that can hit the three. The one that I score with the easiest, the one that gives me the easiest time at the park, meaning that all I have to do is just fucking hit that turbo button and run straight to the rim and just do some rim running over and over again, and nobody could prevent him from scoring. That's King James. If you can get either Galaxy Opal LeBron or Dark Matter LeBron for the park, you're goated. You're good. Dark Matter King James, he dominates the park. All you got to do is just bulldoze through the players. You could split the defense like nothing with King James and just bulldoze your way to the rim, and just run over people and shit. He makes the game so easy for you at the park. To me, King James is the player that makes it the easiest for you to score at the park. And he also plays great defense, and you could also hit it should be real easy for you to time his three at the park. But to me, King James is the best player for the park. I would say the second best player is Wemby, and the third best player is Dr. J for the park. Running Dr. J at the park is like running a smaller King James. Also, Kevin Durant is okay for the park, but I noticed the problem for Kevin Durant. When you're trying to take Kevin Durant to the rim, people easily steal the ball from him. There's a lot of people at the park just spamming that steal button. And to try to drive Kevin Durant to the rim for a layup or a dunk is kind of difficult at the park because people easily just snag that ball away from him. So to me, the best park player is King James and then Wemby. And of course, Porzingis, if you got that type of money. Porzingis, Shaq, and Chris Webber. Those are no-brainers, but that's only if you want to spend $4 million for a park player. And I don't think you have to spend $4 million to be dominant at park. You get yourself a good dark matter like King James or a good Galaxy Opal like Wemby, and you're going to dominate the park for sure. Yo, what up, Jacob? Jacob, I'm buying level 40 tomorrow for a fucking 100 overall Tim Duncan. Fuck yeah, I'm going to buy level 40. I can't wait. That's the only position, the only spot I need to fill out is I need a starting center, and I'm going to run fucking Tim Duncan as my starting center. He's a 100 overall. Why not? It's going to save me MT. I don't got to buy Wemby anymore. I'm going to get 100 overall Timmy. But I'm also excited about the Penny Hardaway. I'm also excited about the T-Mac. And I'm also excited about the fact that you can get 2 free Dark Matters from the Hall of Fame pass tomorrow. You can get at level 15, they're going to give you a Dark Matter premium pack. And then at level 37, they're going to give you a Dark Matter premium option pack. So tomorrow is going to be a good day to, improve your team. And it's not going to cost you that much. Just got to get the Hall of Fame pass. And you could really make some huge upgrades to your lineup. Imagine tomorrow I buy that Hall of Fame pass and out of my premium pack comes out King James or Durant. I've got it made. I won't have to spend any of my MT then. But yeah, I think Season 6 is going to be far better than Season 5 because I'm sorry, guys. Season 5 was a snooze festival until the fucking Bracket Buster event started. All of Season 5 was boring as fuck until about 7 days ago, 13 days ago when the Bracket Buster event started. Besides that, Season 5 was not even mid. It was just boring. It was lame.
I swear of God, if 2K gives me a staff.
I don't think anyone was feeling Season 5. Oh my gosh, Jacob, 2K has given me Steph Curry, Dark Matter Steph Curry 3 different times this year. I've gotten a duplicate dark matter Steph Curry 3 times this year. I don't want to see Steph Curry or Brunson anymore this year. I'll be so pissed off if tomorrow out of my fucking dark matter premium packs comes out Brunson and Steph Curry. I don't want to see those two players. I'll be real happy if tomorrow if I can land Akeem, Kareem, Giannis, or KD. And Chet. Those are the only dark matters left that I even want. I've got so many dark matters just sitting in my collection that I'm not doing anything with them. I'm gonna turn them into badges. But there's only 5 dark matters left that I really want to see on my team. And I also want to see if for season 6, if the prices of the 100s are gonna come down. I think the prices of the 100s, they need to come down to like about 2 million MT. I don't think people want to spend 4 million MT on just one card. I don't think people want to spend all the MT that they've been stacking up for this whole entire game. I don't think they want to spend that MT that they've been saving up for just one player. It's really unfair of 2K. And trust me, 2K controls the auction house. It's not us. Yo, let me show you my starting 5 real quick, and I'll give this a little break.
Read last lol.
This is what my team is looking like, and it's a pretty amazing team. I'm in love with this team. I'm absolutely in love with this team. I don't give a shit that there's not one single 100 overall card on this team. This is still a fucking God squad. There is not that much of a difference from a dark matter to a 100 overall. It's just a 1-point difference. I've got dark matter SGA, Dr. J. I'm going to upgrade this King James to the dark matter King James. I got Kevin Garnett, and I'm going to upgrade this David Robinson to the 100 overall Tim Duncan tomorrow. Off my bench, I got D. Wade, dark matter Kawhi, dark matter Jason Tatum, dark matter Sean Kemp, and dark matter Joker. In my reserves, I got dark matter Donovan Mitchell, dark matter MJ, and dark matter Brandon Roy. And in my collection, I have dark matter Michael Porter Jr., and I have, I think, like one other dark matter Steph Curry. So I could always change things up with my lineup, even if I get bored of them. But I'm not going to be chasing down these 100s. I'm going to just continue stacking my MC, and I'm just going to continue waiting for the GOATs to drop and the Invincibles. But mostly the GOATs. That's what I'm waiting for. 2K is not going to finesse me out of my MT this time. I once dropped 3.4 million MT on Michael Jordan, dark matter Michael Jordan, when he first came out. It was the biggest mistake I ever made in this game. And I'm not going to be making mistakes like that ever again when it comes to MT in this game. Because MT is really hard to come by. It's really rare and scarce, and I'm not going to let them finesse me out of it. That's why I'm doing this MT method, even though it's really long and boring and tedious. I'm going to make 2 million MT doing this shit. I don't give a fuck if it's a full-time job or not. I'm going to get my 2 million MT out of this. But this is basically turned into a full-time job. I've been doing this for 3.5 days now, 8 hours each day, and I'm still not even halfway done. But I have made over 700,000 MT thus far. And just to let you guys know, if you guys think you're going to wait to the last minute to do this, I feel really bad for you guys. This is something you should have started like 3 to 4 days ago. That's how much time you need to get this done. Or else you would have to do all of this in 1 day. Breaking down those cards to the Amethyst and then breaking down the Amethyst cards to Sneaker and Takeover Boost packs, that shit took forever. So if you waited to the last minute, I feel really bad for you because it's something you should have started like 3 days ago. Especially if you want to make upwards of 1 million to 2 million MT. Oh, Jacob, I know you went to the Cavs game. Electric Sammy got a picture of you at your seats. I thought that was fucking hilarious that he was able to get a picture of you. I think you were sitting right across from Electric Sammy. I don't know if you knew that, but Sammy was at the game also, and he was able to find where you were sitting and snag a picture of you. I think that was so fucking cool that you guys were at the same game at the same time. And by the way, guys, if you don't know who Electric Sammy is, he is streaming every day. And Electric Sammy's got to be one of my He's one of my favorite streamers. Real entertaining, real knowledgeable about the game, and real knowledgeable about the real life game of basketball. He's been watching basketball forever. I'm pretty sure he's a basketball, like he collects basketball cards and he sells them on eBay. So he's all about that basketball life, and he's very knowledgeable about the game of basketball. And he streams 2K every single day. So go check him out. His name is Electric Sammy. Great guy. I don't consider him just a streamer. I actually consider him a friend of mine. And he's very passionate about the game of 2K, and he's pretty good at salary cap. He always manages to make like a really good salary cap team. That's his thing. I need to drag him out to the park eventually. But he's one of my favorite streamers. I think I've been following him for like a year or so. Who knows how many pages of this shit I have left? I don't even think I put a dent into it because I have like over 200 pages to go. I haven't even started selling the takeover yet. I haven't sold any of those takeover cards yet. And these sneakers, these diamond sneakers are all worth 300 MT each. And I have like 200 pages of just sneakers. You know I'm getting a free King James out of this. Dark Matter King James is going to be on my team sometime soon within the week, I say. Because it's going to take me a couple of days to do this. I've already been at it for 3.5 days. But thanks for rocking with me, guys, and thanks for hanging out and chilling with me while I do this. Because doing this by myself is really boring as fuck. Like, it is the most boring thing I've ever done. I've been a video gamer my whole life, and this has been one of the most difficult things I've ever done as a gamer. To just sit here and do this over and over for 3.5 days now, 8 hours a day. My thumb is killing me. This has been one of the most difficult things I've ever done as a gamer. Today is a really good day to buy. I would say the whole week is going to be today's a really good day to buy. And also, I want to say next Tuesday is going to be another good day to buy. Because you got to remember, next Tuesday, they're going to be dropping super packs again. So if they drop super packs again next Tuesday, the market is going to take another huge crash. And I want to say from today till next Tuesday is going to be a really good day to buy. It's going to be a god-awful time to sell. Do not sell anything until the market, picks back up a little bit at least. But right now, it's a really good time to buy. It's not a good time to sell.
How much should I pay for a Opal Wemby?
For Opal Wemby, I would not pay. If you wait until the nighttime, the prices are going to go down. I'm always up really late at night. So I want to say between the hours of 2 a.m. to like 6 in the morning, that's when the prices are the cheapest for any player out there. Now, if you don't want to wait for that, I understand, not many people want to wait until 2 in the morning just to buy a player. But I wouldn't pay any more than 1.2 million for Opal Wemby. That's the most you should pay for a Galaxy Opal Wemby is 1.2 million. And he should have some legends on him for that kind of money. You want to make sure that he has at least 2 to 7 legend badges on him. Now, if he's got 7 legends on him, you might have to pay like 1.3, 1.4, but don't go over 1.4 million MT. You want to be between 1.2 and 1.4 million MT on a Galaxy Opal Wemby. And he needs to have all of the Hall of Fame badges plus some legends. That's what I would look for. That's the best advice I can give you. And don't rush into it. If you're just like really patient with it, you can find the Galaxy Opal Wemby at the price you want to spend. You just have to be patient. You just got to look around. Don't go buy the first Galaxy Opal Wemby that's available to you. If you just wait around, eventually you'll get him at the price that you want to, pay for him. I remember when Pink Diamond Wemby was out, I paid 1.7 million MT. I'm just lucky enough that after I think I ran with them for 2 seasons. After 2 seasons of running with Pink Diamond Wemby that I paid 1.7 million MT for, I was able to recuperate 1.4 million MT when I sold them back to the auction house. So that was a huge W. You always want to make sure you get your cards for a really good price, a really good deal. Because remember, eventually you got to put that card back into the auction house and you want to recuperate what you spent on that card originally. You never want to lose out like, a bunch of MT on a card that you bought. You always want to recuperate that, as much of that back. But yep, this is my new part-time job over here. I do this 8 hours a day before and after work. It's crazy. All of this for some fucking MT. MT is more valuable than real life money in this game. That's what it's come to. That MT is that fucking valuable. But I hate doing this. This is the most boring shit I've ever done in a video game in my life. And I've been gaming since I was 5 years old. And I've never had to do something this fucking boring in my life. My thumb really does hurt. I'm going to have arthritis in my thumb after this. But I'm also going to have the nicest sneaker collection ever. I have every fucking pair of Jordans they ever put out in this game. I do like that. And I also have like every single pair of Nike. Pretty much every sneaker that's available in this game, I now have it. I'm going to keep one of each. I got to get ready for work pretty soon. And I'm going to be back home like around 10:30. But I assure you, I'll be back streaming because I got a lot of this to go. And I just don't want to do it alone. It gets pretty sad doing this shit by yourself. I feel like a complete fucking reject that I'm over here wasting my time. Like this is a full fucking time job and like I'm getting paid real money or something. I'm doing this like it's a full-time fucking job and I'm getting paid in MT. And this fucking sucks having to do this shit, man. I feel like it's really unfair with 2K, making people do this shit just to earn some MT. They've turned it into a real life fucking job. And I'm not down for that, but I'm still doing it because I love the game. But I'm easily going to have over 2 million when I'm done. I went from 9.6 to 10.3 overnight. And I'm not even halfway done.
You got this.
Yo, thanks, my dude. I really appreciate that. You do. You got to keep pushing yourself through this shit. And I hate saying that, but if you want anything free from this company, especially when it comes to MT, they're going to make you earn it. And you just have to push through this fucking nonsense, through this bullshit. And you just have to get it done. To enjoy this game, you need a lot of MT. If you don't have any MT, I feel so sorry for like no money spent people. It's really hard to enjoy my team without any MT. And unfortunately, this is what I got to do to get some free MT. Because if it's free MT, it is for me. But this is what you got to do to get MT. This is what you got to do to enjoy the game. And I want to enjoy Season 6. I want to go into Season 6 having a bunch of MT stacked up, and I can just get whatever the fuck I want to get out of the auction house when I want to get it. But like I said, I've been doing this for 3.5 days now, and I swear, it gives me like the biggest eye headache just looking at this shit, doing this shit over and over. My thumb is in so much pain right now. I'm going to have arthritis in my thumb after this.
Face without mouth rolling on the floor laughing.
Very funny, Dizzy. Very funny. And let me tell you, Dizzy, I'm sorry if you think that I dress like someone that's from Malibu's Most Wanted. I grew up in the 90s. That's my style. I'm always going to be rocking a backwards hat. I'm always going to be rocking a backwards fitted cap, no matter what. Actually, nowadays I rock a lot more snapbacks.
I sent you my lineup, rate it. Please.
You know, I'll take a look at your lineup real quick. I'll give this a little break. Let me do this last page and I'll take a look at your lineup, my dude. And that's another thing. I'm gonna start a series where I want people to send me their lineups because I'm not here to critique your lineup. I'm not here to judge your lineup. I don't want people to feel bad about their lineup. Not everyone has 10 million MT stacked up. Not everyone can spend $100 on the game each week. So not everyone can have the best lineup. Everyone can have what they can afford. So I'm not here to like critique your lineup. I'm here to like help you improve your lineup the best way possible for the cheapest way possible. So if I see something that you can improve in your lineup and I think you have the means to do it, like you have the MT to do it, I'll recommend something. But I'm not here to critique anyone's team and shit. I really hate when people do that shit. Like, let me rate your team. I'm here to mostly to like try to help you build the best team that you could build for the best price you could for the best affordable price. So I'll take a look at your team soon as I'm done with this last page. You know what? The only thing cool about doing this is I get to see like a lot of, pictures of Air Jordans that I haven't seen in years. Like these fire reds are fucking so nice. I wish they would re-release this in the stores right now. I would go buy them if they re-release these sneakers right now. So that's the only cool thing about having to do this. You do get to see a lot of cool, like, Jordans from the past. I think I'm going to stop when I hit 10.4 and then continue doing this tonight. But I am pretty happy that I went from 9.6 to 10.3, almost 10.4 million. I think I'm easily going to hit 12 million, I think, by doing this MT method. Okay, let me take a look at your team real quick, my dude. Okay, this is Mickey Mouse V2. Let's see his team. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay, this guy's team is looking pretty damn good. He's got Dark Matter Lonzo Ball, Dark Matter Corey Brewer, Dark Matter Josh Smith. Let me tell you guys something. This Dark Matter Josh Smith is as good as Dark Matter King James, if not better. And if you want a small forward that's as dominant as King James, but not as expensive as King James, this Dark Matter Josh Smith is going to play the same way. You're going to get the same thing out of him. He's going to produce the same way a King James would. And it's a really good card, and it's much cheaper than getting a King James. This Josh Smith is a huge W. I love that card. His diamond card was a lot of fun to play with. It was a ton of fun to play with. I love that card. I can't say enough good things about Dark Matter Josh Smith. That's an excellent card to have in your lineup. I'm not too crazy about the Joakim Noah. I got to be honest about that. I never really like using Joakim Noah because he doesn't spread the floor. He kind of shrinks the floor on you. So that's the only thing I would upgrade in your starting lineup is Joakim Noah, just because he doesn't spread the floor that good. I love that Dark Matter Joel Embiid. Dark Matter Joel Embiid is just as good as Dark Matter Akeem, and is just as good as Dark Matter David Robinson, and he's half the price. That's a really good card to have in your lineup, and you get to save yourself a ton of MT, but you're going to get somebody that produces just like an Akeem, just like a Dark Matter David Robinson. He's not as good as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he's up there with Akeem, and he's up there with David Robinson. So that's a good card to get, and you didn't have to spend much on it. Dark Matter LaMelo Ball. Whoa. That's a good backup PG2 right there. That would be my PG1 right now. I would put LaMelo in the starting lineup over Lonzo. That's how much I love LaMelo Ball. But I think that LaMelo is a great option at the PG2. Brandon Roy, Dark Matter Brandon Roy is better than Dark Matter Michael Jordan. That's how good that card is. That's how elite it is. I would actually start Brandon Roy over Corey Brewer also. Um, Galaxy Opal Giannis is one of the 3 Galaxy Opals left that I would still run. I would still be okay with running Galaxy Opal Giannis, Galaxy Opal Wemby, Galaxy Opal King James, and maybe Galaxy Opal Penny Hardaway. Those are the only 4 Galaxy Opals that I feel like you could still run. And Galaxy Opal Giannis at the 3, that's a huge W. Galaxy Opal Giannis at the 3 is difficult for anyone to match up with. So Giannis at the 3, that's a W, especially coming off your bench. I'm not too crazy about this Jonathan Bender, even though I hear a lot of people say he's got a great release. I'm not too crazy about Jonathan Bender. I'm also not too crazy about that Galaxy Opal Vlade Divac. Those are the only 2 improvements I would make to your bench. I would definitely upgrade those 2 players. Your reserves are looking really good. Austin Reeves is a great free dark matter to have in your reserves as your PG3. That's a good card to have. Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham could still run on any team. And also the same could be said about Pink Diamond Paul George. I was just telling my friend who just started playing 2K about 3 days ago. He just started playing my team. And he was like, hey, Indy, what card do you recommend me getting on a budget? Pink Diamond PG-13 is not a budget card. That's a card that you can still run to this day. So your reserves are looking great. I wouldn't do anything with your reserves. I would just leave them as is. But I would definitely improve that, upgrade that Joakim Noah, and then upgrade that Jonathan Bender and that Vlade Divac especially. I would definitely upgrade that card. And then maybe switch some things around. Like I said, for me personally, I would start LaMelo and I would start Brandon Roy over Lonzo and Corey. Those are the only 2 moves I would make. But yeah, I would rate this team. I would easily give this team. This is an 8.5. The only thing holding this team back from being a 9 is that Vlade Divac. I think that's the only major improvement you need to make is that Vlade. But the rest of the team is fine if you want to leave it the way it is. Joakim Noah is a dark matter, and Jonathan Bender does have that sweet release. But that Vlade Divac card, that's a must improve. That's the only card that I feel like you have to really improve and upgrade. But besides that, the team is looking great, my dude. Excellent looking team. Oh, Lonzo's your, well, and then keep Lonzo as your PG1 and continue running LaMelo as your PG2. But you're set at the point guard position. You have 2 of the best point guards in the game. I really like the point guards that you selected for your team. That was a really good move. I would definitely run those 2 points if I had them. If I had those 2 point guards in my collection, I would definitely run them. Maybe it's because I like LaMelo Ball in real life more than I like Lonzo. I'm a real big LaMelo fan. I think LaMelo is the next Magic Johnson. That's how good I think he is. I think that guy is going to be an elite player for years to come. And I just really like him in real life a lot. So I would run him as my starting point guard. And I would run Lonzo as my PG2. But that's just me. I know a lot of people prefer Lonzo over LaMelo, but I prefer LaMelo over Lonzo, even in the game. But that's just my personal preference. At this stage of the game, all of the dark matters, all of the cards are so good. All of the 100s are really elite cards, and all of the dark matters are pretty elite. At this point, at this stage of the game, it's all about preference. Who you enjoy running the most. But you got some really good cards on your team. I want to say your team is like a borderline God squad. I just think that Vlade Divac, that Galaxy Opal Vlade coming off the bench is the only thing holding your team back from being like a 9.0 or better. For Josh Smith to be dominant, make sure he's got handles for days. So this way people can't easily strip the ball from him when he's bringing the ball up. You want to make sure that he has handles for days and handles for days. Limitless range would be nice on him. And I would also give him a paint controller, so this way he'd be dangerous on defense as well. But make sure you give him handles for days, because Josh Smith is somebody that you kind of want to handle the ball with and bring the ball up with if you're going to use him a lot. And you're going to run your offense through him. You want to make sure that nobody can strip the ball from him easily. So I would give him handles for days. That's a good badge to give him. And then maybe improve his defense. But that's Josh Smith card. I really did enjoy his diamond card. His diamond card was pretty elite. His diamond card was almost as good as that diamond Paulo. His release was super smooth and real easy to time. But I'm going to try to get to 10.4 million MT before I go to work. And then I'm going to continue doing this when I get back home from work. Like I said, I've been doing this for 3.5 days now straight. 8 hours a night I've been doing this for, and I'm still not even halfway done. I still have like at least 200 pages to go. I haven't even got into the takeover yet. I'm just glad that sometimes the game will freeze up as you're doing this. I'm just glad that the game hasn't frozen up since I've been doing this. Eric, I actually work with the medical industry. I work for a hospital in Orlando. But I can't say which hospital. But yeah, I work in the medical industry. Oh, I gotta actually check on that. I don't know which dark matters they're gonna be dropping tomorrow. That's a good question. Let me go to Twitter real quick and just see what dark matters they're gonna drop. I didn't even think about that. Let me check Twitter real quick.
Bobo.
Okay, so there's gonna be tomorrow 100 overall T-Mac, 100 Penny. Dark Matter Jeremy Lin, that's gonna be trash. Dark Matter Danny Granger is gonna be good. He's like a poor man King James or like a poor man on PG-13. Dark Matter Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas hasn't been good since 2K19. And Dark Matter Bobo. Oh my god. That's gonna be so nice. That's gonna be sweet. I have to admit, that's gonna be nice. I think Dark Matter Bobo is gonna go for at least 2 million MT, but if you can get your hands on Bobo tomorrow, that's a win. That's a huge W. That Dark Matter is gonna be as good as, I don't want to say he's gonna be as good as 100 overall Porzingis or 100 overall Shaq, but that Dark Matter is gonna give a lot of teams problems. Like, that's a great card to have on your team if you can get him. Oh man, I would love to get Dark Matter Bobo tomorrow. He would definitely make my lineup for sure. But yeah, I have to say, guys, tomorrow's content is looking pretty flame. I'm not gonna hate on it. It is looking really good. The only problem is trying to pull those 100 T-Mac and that 100 overall Penny is gonna be damn near impossible. I'm hoping that for season 6 they at least improve the pack odds on Dark Matters. I want to see those Dark Matter pack odds go up to at least 4%. You know, if they don't improve the pack odds on Dark Matters, it's almost pointless to rip packs. You know, I'm not trying to be negative or anything or hate on 2K, but I mean, the pack odds, it is what it is. Those pack odds, the percentages, they suck ass. So if they don't give a boost to the fucking Dark Matter pack odds, there's pretty much no reason to rip packs. I'll rip a box and I'll, see what happens. Hopefully I get lucky, but I'm not expecting much. I haven't had any good pack luck since like Christmas. The only time I have any good luck is when I rip a Hall of Fame box. That's the only time it's guaranteed to have some luck. But this has got to be the most boring shit that I've ever attempted doing in any video game. I've done a lot of stupid shit for video games, but this has got to be by far the dumbest thing I've ever done in a game. It tops it all. The fact that I've been here now for 3.5 days straight, doing this shit for 8 hours a day, it's fucking borderline insane. Like, my thumb is like cramping up on me. I don't recommend for anyone to do this MT method unless you're really serious about cashing in on about 2 million MT, unless you're really serious about getting the player that you want out of the auction house. Like, if you're 2 million MT away from getting Porzingis and you really want a Porzingis, I would recommend doing this. If you need this kind of MT to get King James, I would recommend doing it. But I would not recommend for, this is not for the faint of hearts. This is really like boring and tedious and like, it's just draining to sit here for fucking this many days and doing this for this many hours per day. It's just like a lot. Maybe Bobo will bring down the price on a few players. Like, I could see Bobo bringing down the price of Porzingis. He'll bring down the price of Wemby. He's definitely going to bring down the price of Akeem and David Robinson. Those cards are dropping tremendously. I don't know if you guys have seen, but ever since they leaked out the news that Tim Duncan was going to be the level 40 reward, the 100 overall Timmy, the price of Akeem and the price of David Robinson has gone down. Like, they used to be $1 million each, those cards, and now you can get those cards for about 500,000-600,000 each. And they used to be $1 million plus. They used to be like 2 million. So the market is definitely going to crash on some dark matters. Some of the dark matters will go down in price. The elite dark matters like Kevin Durant, King James, those type of cards, they might not go down in price too much, but the price of like Akeem, David Robinson, Joel Embiid, they're going to go down in price big time tomorrow, especially on Tuesday when they drop more super packs. I wouldn't buy anything. Like, let's say if you're in the market to buy Bobo, I would wait until Tuesday to buy Bobo, because on Tuesday when they drop more super packs, the price on Bobo is going to go down tremendously. So even though it looks really tempting to get them on day one, just wait until Tuesday. There's going to be another market crash. The price is going to go down further on all the cards. From what I've seen, every dark matter has taken a dip down in price. Like I said, just last week, Akeem and David Robinson were like 2 million MT. Now you can get them for like 600,000 to 700,000 MT. 2 weeks ago, dark matter Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was 2 million MT. Now you can get them with $1 million. So you just got to be patient. It's all a waiting game when it comes to 2K and the auction house. It's just a huge waiting game and how long you could be patient with your MT. Because if you wait long enough, you can get the player you want at the price you want. So just hold on to your MT and just wait until that player that you want is going for the price that you want to pay for it. Don't ever overpay for any card. The biggest mistake I ever made in this game was getting Dark Matter Michael Jordan on day one. The first hour he came out, I got the second Dark Matter Michael Jordan card that was available in the auction house on Christmas Day. I paid 3.4 million MT for him. It was the biggest mistake ever. Later that same day, he went down to 2.4 million MT. So don't be in a rush to go and get the card on day one. Wait a couple of days. Have a little bit of patience, and that card's going to come down in price, and you could pay what you want to pay for him. Don't ever overpay for any of these cards. They're not worth it. Right now, this is a lot of work for me to earn this MT. I am not going to go and waste this MT stupidly. I'm going to save it. I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to spend it wisely. Because it's a lot of work to earn MT in this game. Right now, 2K's putting me to work. This is like a second job right here. I do this before I go to work, and I do this as soon as I get home from work. And I keep telling myself it's going to be worth it because it's going to lead to a free Dark Matter King James. I went from 9.6 to 10.4 overnight. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of effort. But I'm only going to be able to do this for like maybe 15 more minutes because I've got to get ready to go to work now. I'm just trying to hit 10.4 before I go to work. And then when I get back home from work around 10:30, 11:30, I'll spark the stream back up. I'm just really glad that you guys are hanging out with me while I'm doing this, because doing this shit by yourself is really boring and lonely. It's borderline depressing doing this by yourself. You feel like you're wasting your life doing this shit. And it is. It's a waste of time and a waste of life. It's a waste of energy and effort. But it's the only way I can get this MT, and it's the only way I'm going to get myself a free Dark Matter King James. But this is definitely the best way for you to make millions of MT, and this is definitely the best way to get yourself a free Dark Matter of your choice out of the auction house. I think this is the best thing I could have done with my event cards. If not, my event cards would have been used to get another Dark Matter premium pack out of the exchange, and that would have all been left to RNG. You know, RNG would have decided which player I got out of that premium pack, and I didn't want to leave it up to RNG to get a good Dark Matter. So I took things into my own hands, and I exchanged all of my event cards to fucking sneakers and takeover, and I'm going to cash in on all of these sneakers, and I'm going to get the card I want out of the auction house.
Yo, Indy, I dodged a dodge. I found a 11 legend badge booker for 2.8 mil and sold him for 3.3 mil, so even after taxes I made profit.
Oh my God, J-Dubs, that was a huge W. He says he got a Devin Booker with 11 legends on it. He paid 2.8 million and he resold them for 3.3 million. That's a huge come up, my dude. Huge come up. And that's what I'm talking about. That's how you make MT in this game, by being smart, my dude. That's the way you make MT in this game. That's the way you stack it up, my dude. Congratulations on that, my dude. That was a really smart move on your man. How much MT did you make off of that? Almost a mil? That was a really smart move by you. That was a huge come up. I'm really happy for you, my dude. Congratulations on that. That's a huge W. Dubs in the chat for J-Dubs. That's a huge come up. I'm really happy for you, my dude. Anytime you could finesse the system and make some MT like that and get a huge come up like that, that's a huge W. It's really rare getting a huge come up like that. That's really hard to come by. But good move. That was a smart move. Okay, I'm almost at 10.4, and then I'm going to be done until tonight. Oh, no. Guys, I think my PlayStation froze up from all the exchange, from doing this for like the last 2 hours. The whole system just froze up on me. So I'm just going to call it a day. I'll be back around 10:30, 11:30 to continue with this. I'm going to be here the whole night doing this shit, talking about 2K, talking about the Thursday leaks, talking about Friday's content drop. So join me back here around 10:30, 11:30. I'll be back, and I'm going to be doing this all fucking night until I get it done, until I redeem and cash in on every single sneaker and takeover boost. Because I'm predicting that once I'm done with that, I'm going to be around 2 million, if not 12 million, if not 13 million MT. I think that's what it's going to take me up to. So if you want to see me get that done and accomplished, join me back here around 10:30. But thanks for hanging out with me while I was doing this, because I hate doing this type of shit alone. It's really boring, really tedious, and I really did enjoy the company. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys, and peace out. Take care. Have a good day, and I'll see you later on. Take care, guys.